So after that, I was okay. But the first time going to play against Jordan, I was freaking, my heart was going.
So I get there, they come out on the court, they say, hey, Sean, you starting tonight against Larry. And I was like, what the hell?
That year, what do you think was your welcome to the NBA moment?
MJ.
Took a breath before he said it, too.
Every NBA legend has that exact moment. The split second when the game punches them in the chest and says, "Welcome to the league." It doesn't matter how dominant they were in high school, how unstoppable they looked in college, or how much hype followed them on draft night. The NBA is different. Faster, stronger, smarter, and it has a way of humbling even the most confident rookie before they can take their first clean breath. What makes these stories special is that those moments don't always come from superstars or MVPs. Sometimes it's a veteran hanging on to the last year of his career. Sometimes it's a bench player who never got real shine but knew every trick in the book. And sometimes it's a future Hall of Famer testing whether the kid in front of him truly belongs. The league doesn't give you a gentle introduction. It throws you straight into the deep end and watches if you sink or swim. Today, we're diving into 15 NBA legends and the exact moments that open their eyes. These aren't polished interviews or highlight reel recaps. These are the raw, unfiltered wake-up calls that shaped careers and forged mental toughness. These are the moments that made the legends legendary. Let's jump in. Kevin Durant's welcome to the NBA moment didn't take weeks or even days. It hit him in his very first game. The matchup? Carmelo Anthony, a superstar in his prime, a scoring machine who had already perfected the art of getting buckets from every angle on the floor. KD came in as the skinny, hyped rookie with endless potential, and Melo wasted zero time showing him the brutal truth. Potential means nothing until you prove it.
Man, my first game was against Melo, in AI, but I had to guard Melo, and he was I was 18, 19. He was probably 24.
This Denver.
23.
Yeah.
And and I never played that Denver altitude. I didn't really know too much about. And Melo just physical, he'll duck you in the paint, hit you with the shoulder, and then he'll take you out, jab, pull over top of you. So you want to be physical, but you don't. Like, he just had you thinking too much on D. And we had a back-to-back that night. I got on the plane confused.
Every possession felt like a test KD wasn't ready for. Melo backed him down with grown man strength, hit him with jab steps so sharp KD couldn't even process them in real time, and scored with a casual ease that made the rookie feel like he was a step behind the entire night. By the time the game ended, Durant wasn't just tired. He was in complete shock and confusion. He walked off the floor realizing, instantly, that the NBA was a completely different world. Melo didn't just beat him, he taught him. That was KD's first real lesson. Greatness in the NBA hits you before you ever catch up to it. Shawn Kemp entered the league as a raw, explosive rookie. Young, fearless, and convinced his athleticism could make up for anything he didn't know yet. Then came the matchup that instantly rewired his entire understanding of NBA basketball. Larry Bird. Not just a star, but a savant. Not just skilled, but downright merciless. And Kemp learned all of that the hard way.
Oh, man, my ass got busted real early, man. I came into the league, man, I was 19. You know how some of them vets, man, they play you to the T, man. I got played down in Boston one night. We was playing Boston Celtics. So the great Larry Bird, I didn't really know much about it. I'm from Indiana. Larry's from Indiana. I knew about the history of Larry. So I get there, they come out on the court, they say, hey, Sean, you starting tonight against Larry. And I was like, what the hell? I'm all for it, though, So the X-Man, he didn't play, he had a sore knee. But my point to you is this, Larry gave me 50 and 3/4.
Bird didn't greet him with a handshake or small talk. He greeted him with buckets, constant, effortless buckets. Post-ups, fades, spot-ups, misdirections. Every move felt like Bird was operating 3 steps ahead. Kemp tried using his athleticism, tried overpowering him, tried outrunning him. None of it mattered. By the end of the third quarter, Bird had dropped 50 on the rookie, and he did it with a calmness that made it even more jarring. Kemp sat on the bench afterward, stunned, understanding for the first time that the NBA wasn't about being the most athletic guy on the floor. It was about knowledge, precision, and mastery, and Bird had all 3. If Shawn Kemp learned that the NBA was about mastery, not athleticism, Iman Shumpert learned the same lesson through one of the league's most cold-blooded technicians, Paul Pierce. Coming off Kemp's story of getting schooled by Larry Bird, Shumpert's moment felt like the modern continuation of that same tradition.
I want to say the first person that really got me was Paul Pierce. You know how somebody he just was getting the spots and it was annoying.
Yeah, he not faster than you. He don't got the shake up dribble. He just get right a little bit of space to do what he needs to do and he good.
I'm like, it's right there. Like I could steal this 100 times out of 100 times.
Yeah.
And I can't steal it. He gonna step back, not even away, far away from me, just a little bit, and barely get it off. And it's it was all mid-range too.
Shumpert entered the league with confidence, defensive pride, and the kind of physical tools that made him believe he could hang with anyone. Then he met the truth. Pierce didn't blow by him. He didn't overpower him. He didn't need to. Everything happened in the mid-range, and it happened with a pace Shumpert couldn't control. One jab, one shoulder fake, one slow, deliberate step into a jumper that felt impossible to contest. Shumpert kept thinking he was in perfect defensive position until the shot dropped anyway. After the game, he admitted it felt like Pierce had unlocked a cheat code, a wake-up call of some sorts. Baron Davis found out that same truth from one of the sharpest point guards to ever touch a basketball, John Stockton. Davis's moment was all about speed, real, blinding, veteran speed that no rookie is prepared for. Davis entered the league with swagger and explosive athleticism, ready to test himself against anyone. But the first time he matched up with John Stockton, he realized this wasn't just another guard. Stockton didn't talk. He didn't trash talk. He didn't try to intimidate. He just moved. Quicker, smarter, cleaner than anyone Davis had ever seen.
Probably John Stockton.
He cooked you?
Oh, he stole the ball from me.
He didn't cook you, just stole the ball from you?
He just imagine just getting in the game and you look up trying to get an inbound pass and that's gone. You think you got to steal and it's oh man, I got to steal and that's gone. And then I was only in the game for I could have played 8 minutes that night. But them first 2 minutes, it was just turnover, bucket, and one. And I was like, what the is going on? Go back in, the same. You just couldn't find him, bro.
Baron brought the ball up casually, thinking he had time to read the floor. In an instant, Stockton shot his hand out, poked the ball free, and was already sprinting the other way before Davis fully registered what happened. It wasn't just a steal, it was a statement. Davis walked off knowing the NBA wasn't about athletic highlights, it was about precision, timing, and instincts sharpened by years of mastery. Stockton showed him all of that in one lightning-fast moment. Meanwhile, Kobe Bryant's welcome to the NBA moment didn't happen under bright lights or in front of thousands. It happened in a Lakers practice, courtesy of Nick Van Exel. Kobe entered the league at just 17, already fearless, already convinced he could go toe-to-toe with anyone. Practice was his battleground, and he attacked it like a kid eager to take every veteran's spot. Van Exel made sure he understood the reality of NBA experience.
First person that got me, Nick Van Exel. in practice. Yeah, Nick the Quick was getting me in practice. And, you know, he kept saying, you reach, I teach, you reach, I teach. And he was hitting me with that little bop stuff and drove me crazy.
Yeah.
My first time getting out there and playing, Nick went at me pretty hard.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
Kobe tried to pressure him, tried to stay in front, tried to anticipate his moves, but Van Exel cooked him with complete ease. Hesitations that froze him, pull-ups he couldn't contest, angles Kobe didn't even know existed yet. It wasn't a fluke or a lucky stretch. Van Exel was in total control of the matchup, and the rookie couldn't do anything about it. Kobe walked off the floor that day stunned, frustrated, and wide awake. That practice made him realize the league wasn't just about talent, it's about mastering the craft. It was the spark that pushed him to become relentless. Steve Nash's first real taste of the NBA came against a scorer who made him feel completely powerless, Mitch Richmond. Fresh into the league, Nash was quick, crafty, and confident in his passing and floor vision. But Richmond was on another level. Every time Nash thought he had him figured out, Richmond did something new. A jab step, a pull-up jumper, a lightning-quick drive that left Nash flat-footed.
You go around the league, you're gonna get it sometimes, right?
Of course.
But I remember one time we played Sacramento, and Mitch Richmond was heating up. And I remember Danny was like, Rook, go in there, just get up in him. Like, he just kind of got hot and he cooked me. And I just remember feeling so helpless. Like, I couldn't do. Like, I couldn't help because he was just brushing me off and like
shoot right over you.
But no rim. You know what I mean? It was
straight
bottoms. Every time I was like, oh my God, this is embarrassing.
For the rookie point guard, it wasn't just losing a matchup. It was the helplessness of being on the floor, knowing you were outclassed in real time. Richmond scored seemingly at will, forcing Nash to scramble, recover, and rethink every defensive decision he made. By the final buzzer, Nash had a clear understanding. Talent alone wouldn't carry him. The NBA was faster, smarter, and more ruthless than anything he'd faced before. That night, helplessness became a lesson and a spark for the relentless work ethic that would define his career. Shaquille O'Neal stepped into the NBA ready to dominate, but his first taste of the league wasn't about being overpowered, it was about sheer awe and fear. His first real encounter with Michael Jordan left him speechless, almost scared, staring at the legend standing right in front of him. Shaq later admitted that in that moment, he felt like he was facing a god. The stories, the highlights, they didn't prepare him for this.
My welcome to the NBA moment, my first one, because I'm a crazy kid. First time I felt scared. So Chicago had an old stadium, and you got to walk up the steps. And when you walk up the stairs, they play that old Bulls music.
Yes.
That laser show come on, and there he is, God.
And there he is.
The same God that was on your poster in high school and college.
Yeah.
And he's there. He acknowledges you, but he gives you that look like, I'm about to kill you. Like, because I see him, I'm like, what's up, man? I'm like, oh, man, it's the first time I got, and then like you go for a shot and he's right there. And he comes down, he doesn't move. And so he came off a screen one time and he shot. I didn't block it, but I was right there. I was like, aha, he's human. I figured that. So after that, I was okay. But the first time going to play against Jordan, I was freaking, my heart was going.
On the court, Jordan moved with a seamless combination of speed, skill, and precision that made the game feel unreal. Every dribble, pivot, and fadeaway left Shaq scrambling, questioning his own power. The big man who terrified opponents with size and strength suddenly felt like a rookie again. In the end, Shaq was in awe and disbelief. He realized greatness wasn't just about dominance. It was about aura, craft, and a mind that seemed untouchable. Facing Jordan that day was humbling, intimidating, and unforgettable. Kevin Garnett's rookie year introduced him to a lesson most young stars learn the hard way. The NBA doesn't just challenge your skills, it tests your mental toughness. That lesson came in the form of Glenn Big Dog Robinson. KG, fresh off a dominant high school career, walked into the league full of confidence and intensity, thinking his energy and athleticism would be enough. Robinson quickly proved otherwise.
The first person to welcome me to the league, as I call it, to bust my ass was Big Dog. He was like, "Yeah, welcome, young fella." Man, he was just talking that shit. And I had never chased it off screen, so I played the three. So I'm coming off screens, getting hit, and he ain't putting it down. Boom, he going up, 2 dribble pull-ups, 1 like all that shit we ain't used to, right? And after it was over, I had like a little 10, and to me that was a big deal,
Right.
So I was, what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, this gonna be every night. This gonna be every time you see me.
On the court, Glenn was relentless. He attacked KG physically, matched his athleticism, and most importantly, relentlessly trash-talked him. Every move, every step, every play came with words meant to get under the rookie's skin. Garnett, known for his fiery competitiveness, felt his composure tested like never before. By the end of the game, KG realized that skill alone wouldn't shield him from veteran mind games. Robinson's trash talk didn't just challenge him, it awakened a new level of focus and resilience that would define Kevin Garnett for the rest of his career. Paul Pierce's rookie season came with a reality check he wouldn't forget, delivered by none other than Grant Hill during a matchup with the Detroit Pistons. Pierce arrived in the league as a skilled, confident scorer, ready to prove he belonged. But Hill, already an established star, had a way of showing rookies exactly how much the NBA demanded from them.
For me, it was Grant Hill. Ooh. I was like, oh man, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I swear, I tell Detroit Piston Grant Hill.
The teal jerseys.
Oh man, no, listen, dog. I swear on everything I love, the last 5 minutes of the game, he came down, he either scored, I fouled him, or he got an assist for somebody to score. And it was just like, I felt like I lost the game. I think he had like 38, 15 assists, 12 rebounds, and I'm in the locker room like.
You felt defeated.
I felt defeated. I almost wanted to cry.
Wait, so had anybody ever hit you with a triple-double, though?
That was a triple-double.
That's what I'm saying.
That was the first person I felt. And you know the crazy thing about this? Grant Hill was the player who I idolized.
By the end of the game, Hill had poured in nearly 40 points, dominating the scoreboard while Pierce struggled to make an impact. Walking off the court, Pierce was humbled. He realized talent alone wasn't enough. Facing Grant Hill was his initiation, a lesson in patience, adaptability, and the relentless challenge of proving yourself against seasoned professionals. That game became a cornerstone of his rookie growth. Alonzo Mourning entered the NBA as a force of nature, a big man with size, strength, and defensive instincts that made opponents think twice before attacking the rim. But his welcome to the NBA moment came from someone whose presence needed no introduction: Michael Jordan. During one matchup in his rookie year, Jordan attacked the basket with the audacity and precision that made him legendary. Mourning, ready to assert himself defensively, found himself powerless as MJ soared over him for a dunk.
That year, what do you think was your welcome to the NBA moment?
MJ.
Took a breath before he said it, too.
Yeah,
MJ
when he dunked on me.
Oh,
yeah, he dunked on me, screamed, he flexed and screamed. I was like, man,
I
because I had
remember that
blocked
one.
a bunch of shots, he came on. It was like, the roar after he dunked on me, man, I was like, okay. Yeah.
At home or in Chicago?
Oh, it was at home. Oh, he got me good.
It wasn't just a score, it was a statement, a reminder that greatness operated on a completely different level. Walking away from the game, Mourning felt a mix of disbelief and awe. Jordan had showed him that raw talent and defensive prowess weren't enough. In the NBA, you had to match skill, timing, and fearlessness. That dunk became a lesson Mourning would carry for the rest of his career. Steph Curry's first real wake-up call in the NBA came at the hands of Kobe Bryant. Curry entered the league with a reputation as a sharpshooter, confident in his quick release and deadly range. But facing Kobe, even for a young, confident rookie, was a completely different challenge. From the jump, Kobe made it clear this wasn't a friendly introduction.
Kobe was the first one in preseason. It didn't really count because it's preseason.
Kobe went at you in preseason?
It was at the Forum too. Like, for some reason, I got switched on him, and so he just bust my ass in one possession. So he there's a switch. He walked me down to the post, called for the ball, but I'm trying to do like the 3-quarter situation, like make it look good for film and all that. And he like grabbed my knee and did the whole thing where he wasn't gonna let me move, and I'm like trying to get away. I'm yelling at the ref, thinking he's gonna call an offensive foul on him. Don't know what I'm talking about. And he got the ball, one quick shoulder to the chest, threw me like 5 feet back, turned around, jumper.
Every move Curry tried, off-ball cuts, screens, dribble drives, was anticipated, contested, or shut down. Bryant's defensive IQ and competitiveness forced Curry to rethink how he approached the game at the highest level. The rookie realized quickly that pure skill and shooting alone wouldn't carry him. Curry walked off the court humbled, impressed, and inspired. Kobe had shown him the gap between being a talented player and becoming a true star. That game became a formative moment for Curry, teaching him lessons about preparation, poise, and the relentless intensity required to succeed in the NBA. Charles Barkley's rookie year came with a harsh reminder that the NBA wasn't just about talent. It was about surviving physical battles night after night. His wake-up call came against Maurice Lucas, a veteran power forward whose strength and toughness were legendary. Barkley, brimming with confidence and ready to assert himself, quickly discovered that raw energy and determination could only take him so far.
Well, it was Maurice Lucas, the big, strong power forward who played for the Portland Trail Blazers. And Maurice cold me in the ribs. I'm on the ground. I can't breathe. And he did it and kind of ran away in the heat of the moment. And I was like, wow. And I'm admit I'm intimidated.
Lucas used his size and power to dominate the paint, bodying Barkley on nearly every post-up and rebound attempt. Every drive Barkley made seemed to be met with unyielding resistance. The rookie learned what it felt like to be physically overwhelmed, even by someone who wasn't considered a superstar. By the final whistle, Barkley had a newfound respect for the physicality of the league. He walked off the court bruised, humbled, and motivated. Lucas had taught him a vital lesson. To thrive in the NBA, skill had to be paired with strength, toughness, and resilience. Dominique Wilkins entered the NBA as a high-flying, explosive rookie, ready to soar over anyone who dared contest him. But his welcoming moment came courtesy of Julius Erving, a player whose nickname, Dr. J, hardly captured the kind of mastery he brought to the court. Wilkins, confident in his athleticism and dunking ability, thought he could match Dr. J in creativity and flair. From the first possession, he was proven wrong.
When you first got to the league, who was the first person to bust your ass?
Dr. J.
Dr. J.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. So when I first played against Doc, I said, man, I grew up wanting to be like you. I'm in awe because that's the doctor,
Yeah.
And he had like 30-something against me, man. I wasn't upset. That's the doc.
The doc.
That's the doc.
I'm gonna get 30 on him.
What he was doing?
But I had a good game against him. But I was proud to be on the floor with the doc. But
playing against
after
the
I got
doc.
over the I was like, okay.
After that, every time you seen it, it was on.
It was on. And we had great games against one another. But I have a lot of respect for Doc. But my first 8 games, man, it's like I played against 8 Hall of Famers.
Every drive, every move to the rim, every attempt at highlight reel play was anticipated, countered, and dismissed with the elegance and authority that only a legend like Irving could command. Dominique quickly realized that raw athleticism wasn't enough. Finesse, timing, and basketball IQ were equally lethal. By the end of the game, Wilkins had been humbled completely. He walked off the court stunned, realizing that if he wanted to dominate the NBA, he would need more than just vertical leap. He'd need brains, craft, and respect for the game's greats. Ray Allen's transition from college star to NBA rookie was a reality check he would never forget. His welcome to the league moment came against Glenn Rice, a smooth, skilled scorer who made Ray feel the gap between college basketball and the NBA instantly. Allen arrived confident in his shooting and athleticism, believing he could carry his game from school into the pros.
First person that got me was Glenn Rice.
Dirty Rice.
Man.
Dirty Rice.
That man put me on the block, and it was like fresh meat that he saw. I was supposed to be guarding Del Curry. You get to the league and you try that. Del Curry had the ball up like that, and I was just in front of him. He looked at me. He's like, "Oh, you ain't gonna put your hand up?" And he shot it. He didn't even bend his leg. Nothing. He
no load up, just right from there, huh?
Right from there, and I was like, and then I looked at the coach, and he looked at me like I did something wrong. I was like, I obviously guarding the man.
But Rice displayed a level of skill, timing, and basketball IQ that left Allen in awe. Every shot seemed effortless, every cut precise, and every decision made with a calmness Ray hadn't seen before. It wasn't just the speed or physicality, it was the polish and consistency of Rice's game that highlighted the gulf between college and professional play. Allen was left in shock, realizing he had entered a new world. The lesson was clear. Talent could get you drafted, but only refinement, patience, and adaptability could make you succeed at the highest level. Patrick Ewing entered the NBA as the top overall pick, a dominating force coming out of college, ready to impose his size and skill on anyone who stood in his way. But his welcome to the league moment came at the hands of Moses Malone, a veteran whose reputation for power, positioning, and relentless rebounding preceded him.
Hey, look, I got my ass busted by a lot of dudes, but the first one was Moses Malone.
Moses Malone?
Moses Malone. I remember, I can still remember that game. My first regular season game, we played against the Sixers. I've looked up to Doc, I've looked up to Moses, my whole life, in basketball, and I'm playing against these icons. And I remember the first shot, someone took a shot, it came off the board, and I went over Moses' back and I boom, dunked it.
Oh.
Yeah. The rest of the game, Moses just wore my butt out. He just kicked my ass. I couldn't do anything right. He was just all over me. But Moses was the first. And he wasn't the last, but he was the first.
Ewing quickly realized that raw talent and height weren't enough to dominate the paint against a seasoned pro. Malone used his body perfectly, outmuscling the rookie at every turn, grabbing boards seemingly at will, and asserting control over the interior with an authority that left Ewing stunned. Every jump, every move, every attempt to assert dominance felt met with resistance and strategy. Ewing was humbled but enlightened. Facing Moses Malone taught him that NBA greatness wasn't just about natural ability. It was about experience, toughness, and mastering the mental and physical chess of the game. That moment became the foundation of Ewing's legendary work ethic and preparation. The NBA has a way of humbling even the most talented rookies. From Kevin Durant staring in disbelief at Carmelo Anthony to Patrick Ewing getting schooled by Moses Malone, each welcome to the league moment tells the same story. Talent alone isn't enough. It takes preparation, resilience, and the ability to learn from those who came before you. Whether it was Shaq trembling in awe of Michael Jordan, Ray Allen realizing the skill gap with Glenn Rice, or Dominique Wilkins getting his rookie confidence checked by Dr. J, these moments define careers. They push players to evolve, sharpen their instincts, and embrace the grind that separates good players from legends. For every young player stepping onto an NBA court today, these stories serve as a reminder. The league will test you, challenge you, and sometimes humiliate you, but it will also teach you. And those lessons, they are the foundation of greatness.